Sorry. Alright, I was posting on YouTube. What's that? I got me a new hat today. The baseball coach gave me this hat from Door High School, and finally got out of YouTube jail. So if you're watching this on the website, you can tell that I like Twitch, but when you put it on Twitch, it don't go into my archive. And when I do a live show on YouTube, it goes into my archive. All you have to do is go to the archive. On my website here, you can look up above me. If you're on this site, look up above me at the tabs. You can see one that says archive. It's a nice hat, y'all. It says dogs. It's got the baseball bats and everything on it. So they gave me that hat this morning when I painted their dog. It's homecoming tonight. Leaves are changing. Leaves are starting to change. This time last year, you know, I wasn't feeling too well. I was eating salads all the time. I was white as all get out. Didn't know what was wrong. I was telling everybody I was getting old. That's what I thought I was doing. I thought old age was catching up to me. And right before Thanksgiving, I got to hurting pretty bad, and I was throwing up a lot. I couldn't hardly eat nothing for throwing up. I thought I was having stomach problems, which it was kind of stomach problems. And couldn't eat. Every time I'd eat something, I'd throw it back up. So right before Halloween, it got to hurting me down low, and I decided I'd go just to go see what it was. So I went out to Jasper, and they found the problem. I had a mass, a bleeding mass. I was anemic because the thing was bleeding, and they put me right in the hospital. Of course, they sent me home over the Thanksgiving holiday, sent me home with a bunch of pills. They give me iron pills, potassium pills, B12, I don't know what all they gave me. And then after Halloween, I went back to Princeton, and they got the mass out. They got all the lymph nodes out that was cancerous. But before they got it, it had made little spots on my liver. And if y'all don't know by now, that's why I'm taking chemo, or was. I keep postponing it, you know. That chemo's rough, man. And I need to get back to it. But anyway, this is my fall is here, y'all. Getting cooler. I'm going to have to start putting plastic over my windows. This old house that I live in, it's real drafty. And you have to put plastic over the windows or you'll freeze to death in here. Summertime, it's hot as all get out. Wintertime, it's cold. So you just have to live with it. But this place is mine, you know? So just wear a big coat when you go to the bathroom. You learn how to live with it, you know what I mean? But fall, I kind of like fall. I don't like the hot, cold. I don't like it. Probably my best is springtime, because nothing is growing. I mean, everything, you don't see no leaves, no nothing. And then all of a sudden stuff starts blooming. Of course, you got to deal with the pollen. But I can deal with the pollen, but I love seeing them little things bud out on trees and everything, and the grass starts getting green, and you got these little flowers coming out, Easter lilies and stuff. So spring is probably my favorite thing. So if you're watching this right now, if you're watching this on my website, before you leave, check out every one of these tabs on the top here. You've got several tabs up there, and let me pull that up, and I'll go through them with you. But I can't unless I pull them up, you know, because I don't get on it very much anymore. I should, but I don't. My son got through putting YouTube on where I could do live shows like I'm doing right now on YouTube. What was I looking for? I done forgot. Here it is. So when it pulls up, I'll go through these tabs with you. Ow. But that's a nice looking hat. That's what's on their field tonight for homecoming. And right under it's got a little ribbon thing. It says Bulldogs right underneath it there on the football field. They're playing West Point for homecoming tonight. Okay. The first one, of course, it says live stream and radio. I need to take that radio off because I don't do radio anymore. But the live stream is right here on this page you're on if you're watching this. The next one is Muscle Show. You see it. Let me just move that sucker over where y'all can see it. Move me out of the way. There we go. You see it changing colors there? Muscle Shows Radio, they have a online radio station that plays everything to do with Muscle Shows areas, songwriters, things that was recorded in Muscle Shows. They do interviews and everything. So that's a pretty cool website right there. If you want to advertise, because pretty soon we'll be going back on TV, probably in 2020, and if you want to check it out and just do that advertising right there, and I've got a little short video. I don't have no prices. You'll have to give me a call for the prices, and my phone number is right there, 532-6520, okay? Now, TV show, I think I've got a, I think I have a Halloween show on right now. And of course, my archive site. That, you know, I take pride in that archive site. It carries you, when you mash it, it carries you to my YouTube site. So, and then of course the gallery, you can see everywhere me and my host have been. I use hosts sometimes, and they go with me to these places and everything. And it's got pictures of a lot of my hosts that I've used during this time, during the years, and that's pretty cool, and I appreciate them helping me and everything. Talent. It's got a list of, well, I need to upgrade that too, but it's got a list of all the talent that I've taped and everything, and you might can check it out and see. And then links, I've got all kind of cool links that you can check out. Anything from editors to music shops and everything, and it won't be long. This shop right here, I want to start doing some T-shirts. Now, be really cool T-shirts, something you can be proud in wearing and everything, and of course it's got my web address on it. Okay, so that right there is my website. So you can check that out. Well, you're on here right now. You can see them up above there. I have to want to stay focused for some reason. But I love fall season, you know. It gets cool. Sometimes a little bit too cool. But I like it. I like it a lot. Probably May. Now, this is the plan. And it's fell through several times, and I can't help it because things happen and everything, but I plan on putting my TV show back on. And right now, this ain't right, Brad. It's my tech support. This thing, 200 megabytes, and this thing should not be going in the yellow. It did this one time before, and next door, they got cable. And ever since they got cable, my cable started going down. And he come out here and checked it, and it was on the same frequency as theirs. So he changed frequency and had no problems. I could hook up 5 cameras, had no problem with it. That person moved off. So now this one got back a new neighbor out there, and they got cable. And I think they're right back on the same frequency with me, because I ain't got but one camera on right now. And it went in the yellow for a long time a while ago, and it shouldn't be doing that, I'm telling you. And my son says, well, it's supposed to do that. No, it ain't supposed to do that. Something's wrong. You know, 200, it shouldn't be doing that. You know, it didn't do that as much when when it was still 100 megabytes. So we're probably on the same frequency as this person back here behind me there. But anyway, I'm looking for, to put the show back on Charter Cable. And it'll either be channel 80, and if it ain't on channel 80, check channel 21. I'm sure when I get ready to put it on, he'll let me know what channel it's going to be on. It'll either be 80 or 21. One of those two it's going to be on. And I am looking for sponsors. I need at least 2. 3 would help me a lot. And I probably do need 3. I've got 2 that I know of, and 3 possibly. So if I still got them 3, I just need 2. But if I've got 2, I need 3. You got it? I've got 2 that stays with me all the time. And I appreciate them. Steve's Pawn Shop, they're across the road from Pinnacle Bank in Summerton, Alabama. And Lee's Restaurant. Y'all hear me talk about Lee's all the time? That's why. Because he sponsors me. He sponsored me from the get-go. And he said he'll still sponsor me when I get it back on. He has a lot of gospel shows. And he'll wanna put that out there, who's gonna be there and everything when he does. Anybody can sponsor. I've had an individual, didn't even have a business, sponsored the show one time. And I appreciated him, and he's gone on now. But service stations, hair salons. I had a hair salon one time. I had 4 girls working there. Each of them paid a certain amount for the month. Each of them. And that's good, man. It's cheap. I'm telling you right now, you'd have to call me. And I've got several different ways we could work something out. And you ain't going to get no TV advertisement any cheaper than I can give it to you, okay? Now I have checked on a Tuscaloosa station to put my show on, but I didn't like the time slot, which was midnight, and it was just going to be on one time. So I didn't like it. When the last time it was on Channel 80, he played it 7 times a week, 7 times a week. And you know, when people watches that, every time they watch that show, they see your commercial 7 times. Now I'm not going to say he's going to do that again, but he's always done it 3 or more. So he's always done me right and everything. So Charter Cable is the place to go. It goes 3/4 of Alabama. Plus, if you just want to see my show, I put it out there, put my web address out there, and if he gets on that live streaming again, you can, if you ain't got Charter Cable, you can go to that, or if you just want to see my show, go to my website, because I post it on there all the time. You seen it? It said TV show, the one I showed you there a few minutes ago. Just mash it. Every time I make a new show, I put it on that website, okay? And so you can see, and every time somebody watches that, they see your commercial. So it gets out there, and I put flyers out and everything to let people know how they can get to my show and your commercial. So I work my show. I don't just let it sit there and not nobody watch it. And let me tell you something. I've been up to around Huntsville before and come in and people be looking at me, do I know you? And I'm like, I've been here once before, but it was like 4 years ago, so I doubt it. And then they realized they saw me on TV, and they saw your commercial if you had one on there. I was in Russellville one time, and I was taping a band out there, and a guy, I had to go to the bathroom, there was a line there. The guy started talking to me like he knew me already. And finally, I'm the type, I'll say, how do you know me? And he said, oh, I watch you on TV all the time. I got a friend down around Montgomery, watches the show in Montgomery. So your commercial would get out a long way. So if you want to advertise or know somebody that does, let me know, okay? So we'll make it happen. And this is probably going to happen the first week of May, and it'll be on 6 months. And if you stay on with me the whole 6 months till the end of October, from the 1st of May to the end of October, is how I want to do it. And then the rest of the shows will just be, when it's on there, it's on my website and TV. The other 6 months, it's just on my website, okay? And if you stay with me the whole 6 months, I will actually put something on your website, not just on the TV tab watching the show. I will actually put a picture of something with your phone number and everything if you stay with me the whole 6 months, okay? So it'll still be working for you the whole year. You got it? So that's the way I work. You help me, I help you, okay? So if you know anybody that wants to sponsor my show, just tell them to call me. It's right up above me right there, my phone number, and I've got several different ways that I can advertise for y'all. All right, so here we go. Dora's playing West Point tonight. I don't know who else playing here in Walker County. Of course, Jasper, I think, is still ranked #1 if I ain't mistaken. That's a pretty good achievement there in 5A. Dora will probably, after this year, will probably be moving down to 4A again. They should have been 4A this year, but somebody miscounted the students. They counted some students that had already transferred So they miscounted the students, and we ended up 5A and shouldn't have been. We ought to be, and we're the least amount of students in 5A. So when we get to 4A, we may be right up there at the top of 4A. Okay, so we're going to move down probably, and I don't know what region we'll be in yet or anything. That is a real nice looking hat. And of course, nobody expected this. I thought it would be the Braves and the Dodgers. And here it is, the Nationals and the Cardinals. Who would have known that? You would have expected the Dodgers to be in there. Now, Atlanta, I don't know. They're still shaky. 13-1. They let 10 runs go on the very first inning. 10 runs. So something happened there. I don't know what happened. So they got jousted out of the tournament. So now it's the Nationals and the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals will win that one. I don't know about y'all. So that's the way Atlanta's going to have to wait till next year. Maybe they'll make some changes and get some hitters in there that hits consistently. Consistently. That's the main word. Consistently. So maybe they can get somebody in there. And Freddie Freeman, I love his defense, and my son loves him to death. But every year he starts out about 350, and it goes. And now he's batting 280 something. So he just kept going down, down, down. Shouldn't happen. That should not happen. The way I look at Freddie every time he gets up to the bat, and I say, well, here's the next out. Now, every once in a while, he'll hit a ball, but, he's not my main. They can talk about him up there and everything, and y'all can too, but I don't see it. I see good defense, awesome defense, man, but his bat is asleep. And he's quit hitting home runs. I don't think he can muster a home run right now. What makes me mad about Freeman is one day 3-0 on him. 3-0 on him. Pitcher throws one. Now, I'm not exaggerating either. This far inside. He swings at it. So now it's 3-1. Where's the next pitch going to be? Inside again, that far, and I'm not exaggerating. He swings at it. So now it's 3-2. After a 3-0, the next pitch should have been on first base. Next pitch, where was it? That far inside. He swung and missed it and got out. That's that shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be. He shouldn't. I don't know if they told him to swing at every pitch or what, but he just about swings. If the ball is way outside, now he may not swing at it, but he swings the bat and misses a lot of the time. I don't like his bat. Y'all may, but I don't. And this ain't no sports channel. This is a music channel. There are a lot of new bands out there, y'all. A lot of members, changed members and everything. Carl and the Road Dogs is just Carl and the Road Dogs now. He's no longer with Handshake Promise. And I don't even think they're Handshake Promise no more. I think they're Handshake something else. So I don't even think they're Handshake Promise anymore. I think they're called something else. But there's a lot of new bands out there that I keep seeing and everything, and I need to get to taping these. Razzmatazz got inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Record Collectors Hall of Fame. So there's a lot of things I can put on right now with Razzmatazz and all these different bands and members changing bands and stuff like that. And of course, Get Sideways. They've changed members and everything. Now they've got I can't think of his name, playing drums that does tricks with his and a real cool guy, man, and they got him, and that's a good addition to their band there. And I seen where they played Tin Roof the other night, and I've been there several times taping bands at the Tin Roof. So they played there, I saw, and they go down to the beach a lot and play. David, was that his name, David? I forget. Anyway, he so there's a lot of bands out there that's changed members and got new bands out there, and I need to get out there and tape some of these bands. And I go to Montgomery, I go to Anniston, Gadsden, I go to Huntsville, Decatur, the Shoals area still. I mean, it's happening. If y'all ain't been to the Shoals, you need to go up there, because that's music history up there. And if you go to the one of the places, they've usually got a map you can tear off of a pad, and it shows you where everything is. I've been up there so much now, I can just go, you know. I don't have to look at a map anymore. But you need to check it out, because that's music history, man. I go to Northport, Tuscaloosa a lot. Of course, Birmingham. There's a lot of bands in Birmingham I have not taped, and I needed to be taping these people. And so Jasper, surrounding areas, Sylacauga, Childersburg. There's a band down there that just keeps hounding me to tape them, and I've heard they're really, really good. Somebody heard them and everything, but they need to quit putting their bookings on my website. I ain't gonna tell you their name, but they need to quit doing that, because I will not. If you keep doing that, I will not ever tape you and put you on TV. Put it on your own website. Don't use my website, you know, for your enjoyment. You know, I will delete you and never look at you again. It don't matter to me, so don't never put your stuff on my website, because that's for me. You can tell me about it, and if I feel like I need to put it on there, I will put it on there. But don't you put it on there yourself. Just a word of warning there. Okay, I'm going to get off here now. I've been on here long enough, about another hour and a half. I'm going to go over to the school and get a parking place and watch this homecoming and everything. The parade was earlier. I didn't go. There's some stuff on Facebook about the parade you can check out, but I didn't go. Parades is all the same. They got fire engines, cops, and people riding on trailers. Of course, it's fun for them, but it's no longer fun. And of course, tomorrow night I will probably be going to Bar 31. That's my place. A lot of people that I know goes out there, and I have fun. There's women out there you can dance with if you won't act crazy towards them. If you just want to dance with them, they will dance with you all night long, I guarantee it. But don't get crazy with them. I'm telling you, if you start acting crazy with them, the club will put you out. No ifs, ands, and buts. They don't do that there. If a girl says no, she don't want to dance, don't bother her no more, or they will put you outside. But if you just want to dance, somebody in there will dance with you, I guarantee it. Just dance with them, be a gentleman about it, and they will dance with you all night long. And I danced with at least 5 and 6 women every time I go. And I love the Razzmatazz band. There's a reason they got that Hall of Fame award last week. It's because they've been out there a long, long time. 30-something years or longer. They was at Hogan's for 15 plus. They was at Hogan's Hideaway on the south side, and then they moved down there to Hogan's Irish Pub on 280. And then they floated around a little bit. There was a roller coaster, and they went to the back 9 and several places. I even got them 2 jobs myself. And now they're the house band at Bar 31. They play 3 nights a week. Count them. 1, 2, 3 nights a week. Thursday night, they sell tickets for $1. They call it the big money giveaway, and sometimes it gets anywhere from 400. This is what I've seen. It gets from 400 to 700. Now, some of the people that goes there all the time may have seen it higher than that, but that's what I've seen it. 400 to 700. The high sevens, close to $800. So $1 a ticket, and there's no cover charge Thursday night. So you go, get you a ticket, and you might win your house payment. You know? Friday and Saturday, there's a cover charge, just $5. Just $5, y'all. For the best band in Birmingham, my opinion, best dance band in Birmingham. If you want to dance, that's the place to go dance, man. So that's Friday and Saturday night, $5 cover. Take my advice. Don't go late. Get there early where you can get a seat. If you go late, you may be standing up all night. I'm just telling you this just because I know how it is there. It's packed. It's packed, y'all. So if you want to have a seat, go early. At least 7 o'clock. They start at 9, 7:30. I wouldn't go past 7:30 if you want a seat. If you want to sit at the bar, now there may be some places at the bar. But I know everybody there, so if I go, you know, I can probably sit with somebody anyway that's got an extra seat at their table. So that's where I'll be Saturday night. Bar 31. I do not drink. I don't drink, y'all, and I don't smoke. They've got a smoking area outside. You can't smoke inside. There's a smoking area right outside there with all kind of little hook games and stuff out there. Seats you can sit down, smoke, and then come right back in. It's air conditioned. There's so many people dances though with that air conditioner. It still gets kind of warm in there. Because there's so many people. From the first dance to the last dance, there's somebody dancing up there. Dancing. I say dance. Tomato, who cares? You know what I'm saying. Dancing. Dance. How would you spell dance? Dance. Ain't. I don't know. I'm trying to spell that, and I can't. So I keep looking at my hat there. That's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous hat. This is the baseball hats they're gonna be wearing. But anyway, that's where I'm gonna be, and I've had some more people from this area that I live in, and it's probably 35 minutes since they put Corridor X in, I-22. Vestavia, it used to take me 45 to 50 minutes to get there. Now, it takes me 35 minutes to get there. 35 minutes to get to Vestavia, to Bar 31. It takes me 35 minutes. So I go and have a good time. And I don't hardly ever stay to the end of it. I usually come back, and sometimes I'm back before midnight. You know, I don't drink. You know, people may look down at me because I go to there. But it's just a cool place, man. I've always went to Birmingham for my good times and stuff. When I was young and did drink, I went to Birmingham. I went to Bo Mondy's, PJ's, Hogan's Hideaway, Al's. I went over on Uncle Sam's and the lamp. I never did go in Lamp Post, but I went in Uncle Sam's. I went to Birmingham in that area. I did not go. Bob Kane. I once interviewed to play drums for Bob Kane. Sure did. And this is what got me. Why I didn't get the job. He said, did I know how to play the chimes? Never played chimes before. Never even had no chimes. And he said, "Do you know how to play chimes?" And I said, "Oh yes, I play chimes all the time." He knew. He knew. I didn't know. But I didn't get the job, of course. Bob Kane, "Do you know how to play the chimes?" Okay, yeah, boy, I play chimes. I play the heck out of them chimes. Ah, God, Bob Kane. But that's where I went, because well, out here around where I live is too redneckish. A lot of people wanted to fight and stuff like that, and I'm not into that. You know, I was a flower child. I was one of them hippies, make love, not war. I didn't believe in that. If somebody bumped into you, somebody'd want to slug you because they bumped out at Bar 31. It's so packed. Sometimes you have to go by people. I mean, just go by them, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry," you know. Now, out where I live, if you go to one of these places out here, you do that, and they'll go, "Get out of my way, boy." They want to fight out here, and they want to get too drunk. Now, out there you got some that gets a little bit loaded and everything, and that's how it's gonna be. But if they get rowdy or out of hand, they're out. And if they're too bad, they'll be barred from the place. I know several people that has been barred from there. So you don't do that there. They ain't gonna allow it, okay? But that's Bar 31 there in Vestavia. That's where I'm gonna be. So let me get off here. I appreciate y'all listening to me, and check out all these tabs up above me right here, and we'll check y'all again next time. And don't forget, if you want to advertise, just call me on this phone number up above me here, and we'll set something up, and I'll tell you the prices and everything. You ain't never gonna know the prices unless you call me, and they're cheap. TV advertisement, y'all. TV advertisement. I had a guy lived around here. He paid me weekly, and that's really, really, really cheap. If he pays me weekly. Matter of fact, I think he still owes me, because he didn't pay me all of 1 month. Instead of paying me 1 month, one time a month, he paid me. And if it's a close that I can just go get it, that's fine. But I ain't gonna let you do that if you live, in a Prattville or Montgomery or something like that. I ain't gonna do that. But if they live close, where I can go and say, "Give me my money," it's that time again. So there's several ways I can help you out. I'm here to help you, help your business, and it's cheap. It's cheap for TV advertising. And I put posters out on how to find the times and everything that's on TV. I mean, I don't just sit around, I help y'all out. And the Frog Festival, I usually get a 10 over there when I'm on TV. I didn't get one this time because I'm not on TV. I'm not doing very much with the show right now. So, know somebody that wants that's got a business and wants to do this thing, tell them to give me a call. And man, just like always, keep on making music, Alabama. Keep on.